Hello there. So welcome to the Technology Innovation Hub channel. So I have started a brand new channel with the name Technology Innovation Hub. Right. So under this channel, we will have separate sessions, right? Which is categorized on different sectors. Like first thing, going like generic, right? Generic sessions, and all others going to be most of it's going to be on technical aspects like sessions on DevOps, sessions on microservices, sessions on cloud technologies, right? Sessions on Oracle database technologies. So likewise, we're going to select most industry most demanding tech trends, and we're going to have sessions on this channel, right? Theory, hands-on, solutioning, everything from the very first basic to the deep end where it meets the production requirements. This is all for free, right? So you can learn from this channel, right? And you can upskill yourself, improve your knowledge, build your career, add value to your career, right? So likewise, right, I think you can watch the general introduction to the channel, which is a separate video is there. Okay, so let me just share my screen. All right, so this is the Technology Innovation Hub channel interface. So that is how it's going to be like. So the very first session under generic category, right? So we're going to start with competency building, right? So as a resource, how we're going to build your competencies by feeding the knowledge to identify these skills, and how we're going to build a long-term career, right? A career where you can go to greater heights in the industry, right? So under that, the first most topic we're going to discuss is innovation, right? Innovation. These documents I'm going to share in GitHub repository separately. So I'll give the link on the video itself. So on the on down the comment section, you can see the video. You can see the not the video. You can see this GitHub link for these documents, and you can access them and see what are the content, right? So the very first thing is innovation, right? Innovation in terms of knowledge, right? That is getting transformed from where are you now to the next level, right? So you have certain knowledge as of now, right? And so you can add new knowledge, right? And upskill yourself, and you can get transformed to the next level, right? So I think there is something called SWOT diagram. You know, all of you know this about SWOT diagram. This is to analyze where are you now, right? So strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So by using this one, you can get to know where are you now, right? And after that, when you get to know where are you now, you can define where do you want to go, where do you want to innovate, then you can start innovate, right? So every second you need to innovate, right? Every second you need to innovate with knowledge, right? So normally we talk about personal innovation, right? There are 4 dimensions, 4 aspects that we are taking on personal innovation. So here in this document, you can see that the first one is searching for new opportunities, right? Generating new ideas and product championing and application. Now, nowadays, the biggest challenge is, facing this transition You may have one or two competencies now. People who are with Oracle database, they were the Oracle administrators. You have been playing that role for some time, right? So, but the thing is now this pure Oracle database administration role is like it's getting vanished. Like it's just going to be combination of somewhat automation work, things like DevOps, infrastructure as code, workflow as code. So these things are going to come in together with Oracle database administration, plus artificial intelligence, machine learning, RPA stuff, right? So all of things are going to merge together. So you won't be getting an isolated Oracle database administration role as earlier, right? So this challenge you will have to face as Oracle DBAs, and this transition not didn't start today. It started around around 3 years, 4 years back, around 2017. Actually, now it is almost as going to the peak level. So now it is a must for you to adapt this new skill set and build new competencies in a way that is innovation. So you are going to get transformed to the next level in terms of knowledge, right? So that's why the first thing, searching for new opportunities, right? Because you need to look for these opportunities. What are the new trends, right? Now, currently you are a database administrator. So what are the new things you need to learn, right? To get into the next demand in the market, all right? So that's the first thing, searching for new opportunities, right? It may be you need to learn a little bit about say Python, right? Terraform, right? For automation infrastructure, right? So I'm not going to talk about these things in more detail, but you need to adapt these things, right? So if somebody wants more details, you can chat me separately. You can ping me in the channel, and I'll have separate sessions on those things, right? Other than the database administration. By the way, we are going to have different channels, right? So there will be different channels for dev, one channel for DevOps, one channel for cloud, another channel for microservices. So enterprise solutions. So we are going to have those things very soon. Those things also will be launched parallelly. This is the very first channel, that is the Oracle channel, right? So okay, let's say you have a new idea. So just the opportunities, searching for new opportunities, right? New business trends, new technology stuff, and you have to adapt those things. And after that, you need to always come up with new ideas, right? In a project environment, coming up with new ideas is very important, right? So that means you are trying to add value. New idea can bloom up, right? So it may lead to develop a new products, right? New invention kind of a thing. So always come up with new ideas, new suggestions, right? In your project environment for your organization. So that's the second point for your innovation. The next thing is championing. So you need to master. And okay, let's say now if you are Oracle database administrator currently, you need to master Oracle database, right? So starting from the basic database administration stuff to then you have to go for Oracle clustering, data guard, and cloud stuff, multi-tenancy, right? So tuning and a lot of things are there, right? So you need to master, at least go for Oracle. Rather than just becoming a professional, master specific area. So maybe professional, you are kind of all rounder, right? But then you need to select which area you're going to master. Whether you're going to master the warehousing stuff, right? Data lake stuff, or you're going to master the high availability, or you're going to master, cloud stuff. So likewise, you have to select a track and master. That is known as championing. So that is another aspect of innovation, right? Then everything is fine. You need to apply these things. So once you gather the knowledge, you need to apply into the industry. So that is the fourth one, application. So if a person is keeping up these things continuously in his career, so he will be continuously innovating, and he can go to a good position in the industry. So that is what personal innovation in brief, right? But if you want more detail on those things, again, you can ping me. I can have separate discussions on these things in more detail. Right. So that is about innovation. So that is one of the major objectives in this channel. So we are going to innovate with Oracle knowledge. So in all four dimensions, right? With Oracle, with all four dimensions in terms of knowledge. That is one thing, right? So again, let me just speak about in more details about this competency building. Now, for example, you are going to search for new opportunity. You identified that for the current role, it will be a great support if you can learn something about DevOps, right? DevOps, in a sense, infrastructure automation in Terraform, right? That means you want to spin up in AWS, you want to spin up instance, AWS instance, and you want to install Oracle database. But this thing you don't do manually. You're not going to go to AWS and you're going to go to console and spin up AWS instance, EC2 instance, and download Oracle and install. That's not the way, right? So using a script, you have to do it, automating, right? Using Terraform scripting, right? We have the cloud formation, it's a different thing, but I'm talking about Terraform. Now, if you feel, actually not feel, it is a must, right? As a database administrator, that is your next level of innovation, right? So that's a new technology you are going to learn, right? DevOps, a set of technologies, set of tools, many tools are there, right? So what you can do now, you have identified one area, you need to learn Terraform to automate infrastructure development, right? So that is a competency that you are starting to build. That is a competency, right? You are going to start to build. That means now competency in a sense, you're going to identify a skill, right? Still, you don't know whether you are capable of this, but you're assuming there's a skill that you are thinking you can do Terraform coding. It's not a programming kind of a thing. It's kind of something called YAML file, right? So YAML is completely different to normal traditional Java or Visual Basic or .NET programming. It's not structural programming like that. Very easy syntax, right? YAML syntax, right? So once you identify this technology requirement, which is the next level of your innovation, now you're going to feed knowledge for this, right? So you are thinking that you have this skill, you are feeding the knowledge. So little by little you are feeding the knowledge. That means you are going to build the competencies, right? Now, in competency building, let me just tell you about this one briefly. In competency building, we are going to identify competency building, we are going to identify actually 4 levels. 4 levels of competency building. Right? First level is we are telling you are unconscious, incompetent. Unconscious, incompetent. That means you don't know that you don't know. Got it? You don't know that you don't know. Right? You don't know that you don't know. That means, for example, now example, right? Now, what you want to do? You want to learn Terraform. This is what you want to learn. You want to learn Terraform, right? Okay, Terraform. Now, you don't know that you don't know Terraform. Right? That is something like trying to learn to ride a bicycle, right? When you see somebody is riding a bicycle, you feel that you can ride it. But when you get into the bicycle without balance, you will fall down, right? That means you don't know, you don't know how to ride the bicycle till you do it. So that's the first level. So Terraform also, you may think you know, but till you trying to write the script, sometimes you may not aware that you don't know, right? Okay, so that's the first level of competency building. So when you start to learn this, or when you start to experiment this, you get to know that you don't know. Okay. And the second one is you're going to become conscious incompetent. Conscious incompetent. That means you are going to aware that you don't know. Awareness of that you don't know. The same thing that I explained just before, right? You don't know that, now you know that you're not aware of Terraform, right? Awareness that you don't know, right? So that means what? You need to start learning, right? Start learning, right? Learning, that means what? You are going to feed the knowledge. Feed the knowledge. Feed the knowledge to skill. Terraform. Okay. Right. So when you keep on feeding the knowledge, right, to this particular skill, assuming you have this skill, you come to the third level. Now, this is the, I told you there are 4 levels. So this is the first level. This is the second level. This is the third level. What is the third level? Third level is going to be conscious, competent. That's the third level. That means now you know something, right? You can think, can do. Think, can write, Terraform codes. Meaning for syntaxes, still you may Google, right? That is the level you have, but you can do it now. You know how to do it, right? You know the flow. I mean, this code should come before this, and this should come after this, and this particular resource should wait for other resource. Like when you're spinning up a VPN, it should wait for gateway resource. Likewise, something like that. So dependencies and all, you know to handle that, but still you are not a master of it. You need the assistance of syntax via Google and all, right? Okay, then comes the last level. This is the championing, or the fourth level, right? In innovation, we learn the championing. So this is the post level. What is the post level? That means you are unconscious competent. So this is mastery. Without thinking, you can do, right? Mastery. You are no longer required to get the assistance of Google or anything. You just sit into the machine. You know what to do and just keep on typing the code. Then Terraform script, Terraform init, apply, and Terraform init, plan, apply. Right away you can run it and finish it. And your desired environment will be coming up, right? It's spinning up the environment. So that's a mastery level. So that's why. So in competency building with innovation, any identified new skill, right? In the knowledge development, right? You will need to go to these 4 levels. Anything. So what I am trying to say, at least come to level 3. Please come to level 3. Even learning in Oracle, it's the same thing, right? Learning Oracle also, if you are a total new, now this channel will present to even the very big database installation will be there. The very basic Oracle database architecture will be there, right? So you may be here, conscious incompetent. That means still we are learning, right? Incompetent, are learning. So you need to at least come here. Always try to be 4th level. That is your mastery. You know, I mean, here at this level, we can say you are a complete professional, right? Professional of this. Professional means, I mean, there's a meaning for professional, right? So, what is a professional? Professional means we'll do the right thing in the right way, right? He will do the right thing. Always will do the right thing. Right thing in the right way. That's a professional, right? It's not his way, then, right? And he will guarantee, right? Guarantee the completion of a task. Completion of a task, right? And he will guarantee within a time frame also. Within a time frame. This is a professional. There are key 3 features in a professionalism. That means, for example, if you get into a practical situation, right? So if a DB is crashed, if a database is crashed, right? A professional, right? A professional who has developed up to this post competency level will exactly tell you this is recoverable or not, right? If it is recoverable, yes, you can't say in between situation, yeah, I may be able to recover. That is not a professional statement. Professional exactly knows that this crash database can be recovered and how long will it take. And if it is can't 100% will tell the time, he will give you estimate plus or minus. Still is a valid time frame estimate, given estimate, right? So plus or minus. And he will guarantee it. He will exactly say, yes, this is recoverable without a data loss. Something like that, right? So it's a professional. So always you have to try to be at the 4th level of competency, but at least you should come here. All right. Right. So I'm just telling you of this for you to build your career, right? So, I mean, rather than right away starting the lessons, lessons means the practical and all. So this is the very first one for you to, I think everybody will benefit from this, right? Okay. Then the next thing is about uh, capturing the knowledge, right? Capturing, capturing the knowledge, right? Capturing knowledge in a sense. Now, I mean, here I said you need to feed the knowledge for the identified skill, no? Right? So how do you capture the knowledge to feed? You need to learn, right? So, I mean, we have something called learning styles. Learning styles, right? So, learning style means what? What are learning styles? Right? So, learning styles, we're going to have something called, let's, we can say VARK, VARK model. VARK means visual, right? Visual, auditory, read, and kinesthetic. Kinesthetic, right? Because some of us are very good visual learners, so we can watch things and learn. Some of us are very good listeners, we can hear things and learn. Some of us are very good readers, some are practical based. So this is the way we capture knowledge mainly, right? But the thing is, there are people who has the ability on this multiple capturing styles. For example, a person A may be is capable of capturing both means, I mean, visual and auditory. And some are capable of capturing in three, some are on all four. So if you can capture the knowledge in all four, you become a fast learner. That is how you become a fast learner. So then you can easily build the competency quickly because you are capturing in all four terms. But we need to identify what is our weak point, right? So most of are having gaps here. Some are not very good readers. Some are not very good listeners, right? But they are very good visual people. So that's why in sometimes when you do the voice explanations in the classroom, they might be asleep, right? When you do the start practical, they will come up, I mean, kinesthetic. Kinesthetic means activity, they will come up with a higher energy. So likewise. But the best learner, the person who has the higher learner or the higher learning agility, right? He is a fast learner, higher learning agility or a fast learner. He is a person who is capturing knowledge from all of these four. So what we have to do as learners or as beginners or the people who develop our careers, so we need to identify where is a weakness in learning capturing. So then you need to develop that. And I mean, if we can maintain all four equally, so that is a fast way to innovate. All right, right. So I hope it's clear, right? So any questions you can post in the channel. So yes. All right. So let's go to another one. Quickly go to the other one, right? So this is another one. I just want to show you. This is about our career development, right? Career development. So all goes together, right? All goes together because what I just explained earlier, the innovation and about competency building, all goes together. Now, actually, if you want to identify where are you at the moment, the best thing is that no, so you need to first identify where are you now. So I think you all know about the SWOT diagram, strength, weakness, and opportunities and threats, right? So you can write the SWOT diagram and find out what are your strengths, what are your weakness, right? And what are the opportunities and what are threats. So then you know where are you now, right? So if you know where are you now, you can define, right? So I mean, there's a place you are expecting to go, no? So this is where are you, innovation, getting transformed to the next level. So you know where are you and you know where you to go, then fill the gap. So to fill the gap, that means you are building competency, but by applied knowledge. So first thing, you need to do this SWOT diagram. Then apply all of this. You can revise this video again and watch again and again. You will understand the whole spectrum, the whole scope of this, what I'm trying to explain. Right. So let's get back to this one. Right. So this is about career development. As a student, as an intellect, you are going to have an academic career, right? Even a person who is learning, don't need to be a student, right? Maybe 5 to 10 years, still he's going to have academic career. So, academic career, you are going to have degrees, postgraduate, masters, right? MPhils, like PhDs, right? Doctorates, so those things are going to be there. So, in the middle, we are going to have something called industrial career. That means a pure professionalism, right? Certifications and all is going to come here, right? And long-term industrial partner, we'll discuss those things, right? And the next thing is you are going to have domain, business domain. What is a business domain? So there's a big explanations to come here, right? So I'll do it. We'll go through in detail because these are very important to build your career, right? So having understood this one, we need to have idea about this one as well, right? All right. So any questions, you can post this. So I'm going to publish this one in the channel, so you can watch this video again and again. So and we'll have the second session as well. So you can again I'm going to publish. So for the time being, I'm going to stop here because we are not going to have lengthy sessions, right? So shorter sessions will be always productive, right? You can leave your comments there, right? And if you like this one, you can put a subscribe as well, no problem. So all right, so for today I'm going to stop here. So next lesson will be I'll be continuing to explain this one in more details. All right, okay, thank you very much, have a nice day. Right.